Hello there, it's Bjorn the Backyard Barbarian, and we're here today in my office gym because we're going to do a little bit of a dumbbell circuit. I am a big proponent of incidental training, and that is kind of the idea that you spread your workouts out over the day instead of grouping it all together in one compact time frame. You know, you sprinkle some in here, sprinkle some in there. So I've got, my basement gym and my outside gym are my two main places where I like to work out. But, I keep dumbbells and an air bike in my office for when, I need to take a break from the desk. And I've got a treadmill, and I keep a kettlebell in the living room for, like when I want to watch a movie, but I also want to go for a walk. So I've been fortunate enough to set myself up for a successful incidental training scenario where I've got variety and options and a variety of things that I can do while I'm exercising, so I can multitask. But without further ado, what we're going to do here is we're going to do our 9-minute block again. We're going to do it with the kitchen timer today because I've got my fancy timer down in the basement and I'm tired of going up and down the stairs. So we're just going to use this old school style. We're going to use our 30-pound dumbbell set. I've got two sets of dumbbells. I've got the 30s and I've got the 15s. The 15s I use for most upper body movements. The 30s I use for most lower body movements. However, I do also do gorilla rows with the 30-pound weights because I find that I do a lot of pushing motions with be it boxing or even on the air bike. There's some pulling motion or some pushing motions, and dumbbell presses and things like that. I do a lot of pushing motions, and I don't do as many pulling motions. Like rowing is definitely a pulling motion. There's also some pulling on the air bike, so that's kind of like a back and forth action. But doing the heavy rows to counterbalance all of the light pushing, I find is a reasonable compromise for me and my goals. So we're going to do some what I call farmer's squats. We're going to hold the weight on either side of us, feet close together, so it's kind of a balancing act too. This is going to really focus on the quads, and we're just going to squat down as far as we can comfortably and squat back up as many times as we can in 2 minutes. Then we're going to do Romanian deadlifts with the dumbbells, and then we'll do gorilla rows to finish off. So let's get 2 minutes on the timer here. And this is actually round 2 for me. I did round 1 earlier today, so we'll see if I can keep going. This really puts a lot of the strain on the quads as opposed to other stabilizing muscles in the thigh that a regular stance squat would have. Oh. Really engages the portion of the quad right above the kneecap. So definitely feeling the burn there. And we aren't necessarily going for constant motion. We're going for as many clean repetitions at good depth that we can get. So if we have to pause for a breath at the top, pause for breath at the top. Just make sure that you're doing good, thoughtful repetitions. Oh, gosh, okay. Oh, all right, friends. It's time for that mindful minute. Oh. Oh, so we're gonna try and make sure we control our breathing. Nice deep breaths. If you can do it in through your nose, out through your mouth, ideal. If you're in through your mouth, out through your mouth, just get the air in there, reoxygenate the blood. Hey there, Sethers. Seth wants to help out. That's a good boy, buddy. Yeah, so what we did is we targeted the front portion of the leg and some glute, because the glute is active in squats. What we're going to do next with the remaining deadlifts is we're going to really target the hamstring and glute and the lumbar spinal erectors, the posterior chain, so that we get a good even spread of work across the legs. All right, buddy, you're gonna have to move, my love. Daddy's going. Okay, watch out, buddy. Good boy. So this motion is a hip hinge, like the kettlebell swing, but unlike the kettlebell swing, it's not a ballistic power motion. It's just a nice, controlled descent of the weight and lifting it back up. And we want to get close to the ground without touching the weight to the ground, so that we keep constant tension on the muscles in that posterior chain. That's what makes it, the Romanian deadlift, different from the traditional deadlift. So the traditional deadlift, the weight starts at a dead stop on the ground and finishes in a dead stop on the ground. In a Romanian deadlift, once you lift the weight, it doesn't touch the ground until you're done with your set. So you've got that constant tension over the muscles. Even when you're standing upright, the posterior chain of your body is working. So keep it straight with the extra weight in front of you. All right. Oh, mindful minute. That was tough. So with these dumbbells, I'm going much lower in that range of motion than I would with a barbell if I was doing a deadlift. So that puts more of the initial strain on the lumbar spinal erectors, because they are at a farther disadvantage than they would be if I was more upright. With the barbell here, I'm all the way down here, so the back takes over a lot of that initial strain. So don't use a weight that's too heavy. Work into it and see what level is challenging to you without being too challenging. You know what I'm saying. Listen to your body, man. Some gender neutral, man. Come on. Not that we're all dudes here. All right. Gorilla rows, 2 minutes. We're gonna take a wide stance now. Come down to the weights. Oh, these are so heavy. Okay. And this is how you rest. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Hi, buddy. Yeah, this is harder than Daddy thought it was going to be. Watch out, sweetheart. Whew. Oh, okay. All right, back to it. This is not ideal. I should be holding them the whole time. But man, the second round, this is new territory for me, so. Okay. Okay, we're gonna hold them. Oh, there we go. Oh. Whew, finished out strong. But hey, you know what? We did it. Doing it is better. You know, fail forward. It's okay to not make your goal as long as you're constantly pushing towards it to make progress. So, one day soon, I'll be doing gorilla rows with these 30-pounders non-stop for 2 minutes, and I'll be just as impressed as you. Anyways, it's been real. Hope you had fun. Don't forget that fitness is a lifelong journey, no matter when you get started. So why not get started today and catch me in the next one. Peace.